Will this? Okay, obviously it doesn't. All right, welcome to the show. Give everyone a minute or two to come. Obviously it doesn't. Okay, never mind. All right, welcome to the show. Just click your random button. Give everyone a couple of minutes to come on in here for the day, and we got a bunch of shit to get through. So yeah. I'm going to try to do 2 live streams today. We'll see how it happens. Looks like Spencer Pratt has conceded the race. FIFA's all mad because the stadiums are only half full. It's like, well, dude, you ran a soccer tournament in America. Yeah, we don't like soccer in this country. And no, I'm not calling it football. It is fucking soccer. Football is football. Soccer is soccer. All right, let's get into it then. Brand new, never before seen episode of Gino. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Keep it simple, but the result is unreal. Let's find out.
Welcome to your favorite Italian.
Buono, 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 sapore
You're not my favorite Italian.
napoletano. Piano, piano, piano. It's your favorite Italiano. Salute.
Now, as you know, this is the kitchen where I don't decide what I'm going to cook next, but you are the one who's going to decide. And talk about that, I'm receiving thousands and thousands of messages, suggestions all over my social media and of course on YouTube. And this time, we had 2 recipes that they were
I really need to up my social media game for Dave's cooking show.
really close that you want me to make. Number 1 was the tiramisu, an Italian classic. I love a tiramisu. Number 2, you want me to show you how to make pesto alla genovese. I'm guessing spring is coming and the summer is coming, a beautiful plate of pasta, which it tells you summer is here. And I have...
Check this out. I'm gonna show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance. That's how much I was paying, okay? I paid
a big basil plant outside. So I was thinking, should I make the pesto today and then next time I do the tiramisu? Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, first ingredient, let's go get the basilico, the basil, and I'm going to show you how to make pesto alla genovese.
Why do you need sunglasses if you're just going outside for like 8 seconds? Ah, fuck it. Maybe he has a medical condition.
If you like Italian food and you want to make the pesto recipe more often, let me give you a suggestion. Forget about buying the basil leaves in those silly plastic bags in the supermarket. They are useless. They don't taste of basil, they don't smell of basil. Get yourself basil plant. See this plant here? Used to be like that, this small. You can get it in the supermarket, garden center, repot it. Every other day, put a little bit of water. It's just fantastic. You can't beat.
Yeah, well, I'd have to get a grow light for that because I live in Minnesota and that thing would be a fucking popsicle when December rolls around.
The smell of basil when you grow it by yourself. Okay, I think I'm done. I got enough basil. Let's go and cook. First step, we need to wash the basil leaves. Get yourself a nice large bowl and start to pick all the basil leaves, all the basilico. I don't want the stem, I just want the leaves. So, piano piano, take your time, and all the little basil leaves, the big one, everything goes in. Not the little flower, yeah? Not the little flower, just the leaves. Wow, the smell of basilico in the kitchen is insane. Hey, amore, I'm making pasta with pesto for lunch. How about that?
No, I'm going out for an hour.
Okay, oh, we'll be ready by the time you come back. Yeah, leave it to me.
Make a good one.
Always. Enjoy. The wife is out.
The wife is out. Time to bring the mistress in.
Bit of peace and quiet. Also, one other thing I'm going to show you is if you make a big batch, like the one I'm doing now, is how to freeze it and then use it.
Oh, hello,
when you
Veronica.
want. Pesto alla genovese is a classic Italian sauce, which technically,
Oh, Jesus Christ. His pesto looks fucking fantastic.
I don't know if you can call it a sauce, because to me it's more of a dressing than a sauce. And the reason why I like to do pesto is because not only is great with any pasta, any shape of pasta, but also I use it as a dressing. So when I have my caprese salad, tomato and mozzarella, instead of just putting basil leaves, I drizzle a little bit of paste on top. Or if I have like a grilled chicken or grilled vegetable, I like to use a bit of a pesto dressing, so you get an extra flavor, which is fantastico. She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me. One thing that you could do by the time that you pick all the leaves and wash it and dry,
You know, you could just run your thumb on the stem and that should knock all that shit out.
get yourself a large pot with at least 3 liters of water and bring it to the boil. I'm done. Get rid of all the stems and everything that you don't need. So I got my basil leaves here.
I still don't know if this is like one of these houses people rent sometimes to film shit in, or if this is his actual house.
Guarda come sono belle. The only thing that you have to do, cold water, so we give them a good rinse. I think it's very, very important to wash the basil leaves, because although it's my plant and I don't put any pesticide, you never know what is going to be on top of the leaves, especially if you get them in the supermarket or garden center. Let me show you how you dry them. And this is an important stage, because we want to make sure that we dry the leaves as good as we can. We don't want the water in the pesto, otherwise it's going to make the pesto, the basil leaves, black. So pick it up, scatter on a tea towel like this. This is my tip that my grandfather gave me. Do the last check.
I just have to wonder, okay, fuck that water, because that's the dirty water. But if you were to refill that with clean water and then leave those to soak for a minute, I wonder how that water would taste, because basil's usually pretty sweet. Might be an experiment.
If there is any bruised leaves or if there is any yellow leaves, and job done. So what we want to do now is to
I mean, yeah, I'm 50-50 on it.
pick up the tea towel like this and just give it a shake. We're gonna do this a couple of times, yeah? A lot of water is coming.
Yeah, I don't know.
Out of this basil. Then you get another tea towel, a dry one, and this is how you know that you washed and dried your basil to perfection. See, this is now soaking wet, this towel, because it's absorbed all the water. So we're gonna do exactly the same thing. Cover it, shake it around. The last thing that you want to do is to crush it down and bruise the basil leaves, yeah? See what I'm doing? Just move it around like that. Okay, I'm happy with this. So straight into the bowl again. There you have it, clean and dry basilico. Traditionally, we would do the pesto in a pesto remorter, but I don't have one. So I'm gonna show you the easy way to do it, very quick. I'm sure you all have one of those blitzers. Before we start, let me tell you exactly the ingredients that goes into the pesto. We go pinoli here, pine kernels, then we go aglio, garlic.
Pine kernels also translate into pine nuts. You can find these at most supermarkets. I will not lie, they are not the cheapest ingredients on the planet. If you want to do other nuts that are cheaper, walnuts are a fine substitution. Almonds are a fine substitution. Cashews are fine, but they have to be no salted, non-roasted cashews. I've never made pesto with peanuts before, so your guess is as good as mine.
extra virgin olio d'oliva, which I have in my pizza drizzler, and then basilico. Then we're gonna have to put the cheese. Some people use Parmesan cheese, some people use Grana Padano, some of them use Pecorino Romano. I'll tell you later exactly which one to use. So the first thing we need to do, the garlic. Get yourself a big, this is a huge clove of garlic. Look at that. Enormous. Once you got your garlic, you cut in half.
Good then, better now. 6 health essentials in every bowl.
We finally moved from California to Minnesota, and it was the best decision we ever made.
Right.
Except for one thing. I'll get to that part in a second because it almost ruined everything. But first, we left Los Angeles last August, and
I'd rather live next to a fucking active volcano than Los Angeles.
And then what you
Hello,
do, you get rid of the middle of the garlic. That is the bitter side of the garlic, and also is the one that is going to make your breath smells of garlic. So get rid of the middle part, like that. Usually when you do pesto, in the pesto mortar, they will put the oil, they will put the pine kernels, the basil, the garlic, everything together, and they started to smash it, because that's what pesto actually means in Italian. Pesto comes from the word pestare, when you smash it. But I'm not gonna do that because my grandfather gave me a tip when he used to do the pesto, is to completely dissolve the garlic into the oil first, before you put any other ingredients. So, garlic goes in there. Then we're gonna pour I'm gonna start with about 100 milliliter of extra virgin olive oil. But the good one, yeah? Don't get any rubbish extra virgin olive oil. Give it a good blitz so the garlic dissolves fantastically into the oil. Look at that. Now you got a garlic extra virgin olive oil. So no little pieces of garlic that they're gonna go into your mouth, completely dissolved into the extra virgin olive oil. Once you've done that, we're going to start to add the leaves a little bit at a time. I think I got a good 4 handful of basil here. Now, when you put the basil into the blitzer, make sure that you don't start to blitz like a mad person, because if you overheat the blades and the
I like this guy's blitzer. I want it.
basil leaves, what's going to happen? The pesto is going to become darker in color, and we don't want that. We want to keep the radiant, vibrant colors into the basil. So the suggestion is to do it a little pulse at a time. Like that.
You might want to scrape down the sides, buddy.
And also by doing that, you can see if you need a little bit more oil, which in this case, look at that, you definitely need. So more extra virgin olive oil goes in there. Very difficult for me to tell you exactly how much extra virgin olive oil. Yeah, this is something that you need to look, and you need to get the consistency right, which I'm going to show you at the end. So all the basil goes in there, and then we blitz again. Perfetto. What do you do every now and then with a tablespoon? Make sure that you press all the basil leaves that goes around the bowl here. Yes. Once you got this consistency, look, because you don't want the
I will say, I have made fresh pesto, and it does smell like fucking heaven.
basil to be completely a puree. Leave some of the texture in there. Once you have this consistency, what I want you to do, get 2, probably 3. Yeah, I think 3 definitely. 3 tablespoons.
Actually, I've been thinking about putting the clocks back up.
Of pine kernels in there, and you do exactly the same thing. Don't over blitz it. See, many other chefs, they completely
Emily, it's just extra virgin olive oil, basil, pine nuts, cheese, and salt.
puree the pine kernels into the oil and the garlic. I don't like to do that because I like to have those little pieces of pine kernels that it gives the texture when you have pasta. Let's see, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, except I'm gonna rebuy those cheap-ass clocks from Walmart that probably can't keep time very well for very long.
And I don't know if you realize, I haven't put any salt yet. Salt is the last thing that you have to put when you do pesto, because I wanted to get right the saltiness of the cheese, I wanted to make sure that the consistency is right, and then right at the end, we're gonna season with salt. So what you do now, you get your...
Actually, going back to the earlier comment, Emily, I hope you're not experiencing a medical issue that prevents you from enjoying pesto.
Basil puree with the garlic and pinoli into a large bowl, because so far we haven't made pesto yet. So far we just blitzed the basil leaves with garlic and pine kernels. Look at that. The color is fantastic. Okay, ragazzi, so far we got a puree of basil leaves, garlic and pine kernels. Now is the time to add the cheese, a little bit more of extra virgin olive oil, and season with salt and pepper. I'm gonna get the cheese. Parmigiano Reggiano. This is the cheese that I'm gonna put into my pesto. Now, a lot of Italians, they do 50% of Parmigiano Reggiano, 50% of Pecorino Romano. Some others, they do Grana Padano and Pecorino. Parmigiano Reggiano, you cannot go wrong, okay? So, grate it.
Okay, now if this guy is in Italy, then maybe Parmigiano Reggiano is not that expensive, but typically in America, it's probably the most expensive of the dry Italian cheeses. Now, it's not cripplingly expensive, but it'll make you look twice.
Want to lose weight without losing muscle? Factor got me there. I was tired of all the cutting and bulking cycles. So
What you need is about 100 to 150 grams of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Whatever you do, please, please, please do not use the cheese that is already been grated in those plastic bags. That it tastes rubbish. It's dry. It doesn't really have the flavor that you want for the pesto. So freshly grated Parmesan cheese, or Pecorino Romano, or Pecorino from Sardinia, or Grana Padano, whatever you got. Cheese straight into the basil, like that. Now mix everything together. Fold the cheese into the pesto, like I'm doing here. Look, can you see now it's all getting nice and thick? That is...
Now, me personally, this is just me personally, I like Parm. I like Parmesan. Maybe it's maybe because I'm an American and I'm used to way more salt than your average Italian. But I really like Parm in my pesto.
Absolutely fine, because
Grana Padano is good too. I guess depends on my mood, but my go-to is Parm. I've also made it out of Asiago and Romano.
now
Or, of course, the classic Trivec.
is the time to use more extravergine olio di oliva. Try and get the consistency that you want. See, this is the consistency that you want. You want to make sure that it's creamy, but not too runny, right? Because then later on we're going to use a little bit of water from the pasta. I'll show you what to do. With this one, you will make 8 portions of pasta. I only need 2 for me and my wife. But the rest, I'm gonna freeze it, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. So once you are at this stage, now it's time to check for seasoning. Allora. Definitely salt and pepper. So pepper goes in there.
I've never understood these people that buy these disposable grinders.
10,
But whatever, it's his money.
15 twists of pepper. Now with the salt. For this quantity here, 5 or 6 big pinches of salt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But you know what? Start with 4 or 5 first, and then if it needs more, you can always add it later. Perfect. Doesn't need any more salt, no more pepper. I get the Parmigiano Reggiano that comes through beautifully, the garlic, the pinoli, the basil. The freshness of the basil is just excellent. Pesto done. Make sure that your water is boiling. Now, at this point, what you want to do, I have between 3 and 4 liters of water. You know me, whenever I cook pasta, I like to use a large pot, loads of water in there, because I want the pasta to move into the water. I don't put any oil on top because that is useless.
Yes, thank you. The more people I can tell this to. Putting oil in, and I used to do this too. Till literally I watched a video of an Italian chef explaining to me how fucking stupid I was. You don't need oil. It's just going to go to the top. Just stir it a little bit. Yeah, oil is fucking useless. Salt is paramount.
Waste of time and waste of money because the oil is going to sit on top and the pasta is going to be on the bottom. I still don't know who came up with that idea, but it's the most useless tip ever.
Well, fucking one of the most famous chefs in England, Marco Pierre White, dumps half a gallon of olive oil in his pasta water. It's people like that, and he claims he has an Italian mother.
Make sure that the water is boiling. There's got a bubble, because what's happening with the bubble is going to help the pasta to separate. Pasta with...
Yes, if your pasta is done before your sauce, then yeah, you're going to need to add a little olive oil to it to prevent it from sticking as it cools down and all the starches start to stick. Then you're going to need your oil. Because unless you are making a pasta salad, for the love of all that is fucking holy, do not rinse your pasta. All that wonderful salt water, pasta water, starchy goodness is gone forever, and your pasta will be duller than dick.
You can do with so many different shapes of pasta. Spaghetti, fettuccine, trofie, which is the classic one, the one that is twisty. You can do rigatoni, penne rigate, the one...
Jake, I listen to people who know what they're talking about, and, well, you don't. You're a fucking idiot. That's why I don't listen to you.
I'm gonna do...
Stop it!
Also, you think there's only one way to do things.
Stuff it and try the all-new salad stuffers, only at Panera.
That has to be the most pretentious thing I think I've ever seen. Oh God, tethered swimming.
Discover a better kind of backyard water experience. One that combines fitness, play, and...
Is this. Farfalle, the butterfly pasta. Now, this is a shape that I don't use often, but when I do pesto sauce, I just like the idea of the butterfly pasta, that the pesto is going to coat each little farfalle.
I don't know why he put his dry pesto pasta on a plate, but whatever.
It's going to be fantastic. The water is boiling. One thing that we have to do is to add salt into the water, otherwise the pasta is going to be tasteless. We got 3.5 to 4 liters of water, so what you need is a full tablespoon of salt plus another half. Don't panic, don't panic. It's got 3.5 to 4 liters of water, so 1.5 tablespoons of salt is absolute.
Why was the water not reacting violently to the salt? Dude, your water isn't fucking boiling.
Totally perfect. Plus, I'm Italian, so you're gonna have to trust me. Boil, 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 boil. Trust me, once you learn how to make the pesto and cook the pasta to perfection, you're gonna do this recipe over and over and over again. Water is boiling, pasta goes straight in. Like that. And look at that. Look, all the space that the pasta has to move around and cook it. Obviously, we want it al dente, and al dente to perfection, yeah? Every now and then, don't forget
God, I love gas.
to go into the pot and mix the pasta. Okay, by the time that the pasta is cooking, let me show you how do we freeze the pesto. So get yourself a bowl, put the cling film into the bowl,
Okay.
like this. Then what you do, I'm going to use about a quarter of this pesto. So the remaining one, straight into the bowl with the cling film. And then very easily, you just pick it up, pick up the corner of the cling film, like this. Then you give it a twist, and this goes straight into the freezer. Keep an eye on your pasta, don't forget.
Not a bad idea. I just use a deli container, but that's me.
Now let me give you a suggestion how you get the perfect al dente bite.
Okay, go to your kitchen. Start boiling a pot of unsalted water. Add some salt, you'll see a reaction. Maybe violent wasn't the proper word for it, but it's a reaction. You'd know this if you knew what the fuck you were talking about.
On the pasta. Wherever it says on the packet to cook, so let's say that it says 10 minutes, to have the perfect al dente bite, just cook 1 minute less than instructed on the packet. Easy.
And by the way, thank you for that. Yes, when you pick up a box of pasta, you bring it home. I don't care the brand name, I don't care what it is. Read it. Whatever it says for al dente, take a minute off. If you're going to do a pasta bake, take 2 to 3 minutes off. Because if you don't, your pasta is going to be mushier than fucking Madonna's. Well, I'm trying not to swear these days. I'll fail, but I'm trying.
Perfetto. I got the sieve in here. Now you can switch everything off. You don't need the stove anymore. Ah, yeah. Make sure you drain the pasta properly, yeah? Give it a good shake. And this now it goes straight into the pesto. Like that. Pasta with pesto done. Now let me show you the da campo touch. Let me get in the fridge. One thing that we like to do is to add cherry tomatoes cut into quarter and big chunks of mozzarella straight into the pasta.
All right, if I had to guess, that's either, well, the cherry tomato's fine, but that mozzarella is either whole milk or part skim. Part skim are the bars of mozzarellas that you can find any grocery store on the planet. Whole milk you might have to hunt for. I know Walmart carries it, and honestly, that's the only place I know that carries it for sure. It varies grocery store to grocery store, and I cannot remember off the top of my head if Target carries it or not. But if you can get it, oh my God, is it wonderful.
Up in there, you go the tomato that they're going to absolutely burst into your mouth when you start to eat in the pasta. Then you go.
So he's making this slight, you know, if he added like chunks of salami to this or pepperoni, he'd literally have an antipasto going.
Sweet mozzarella, and also cold because it comes from the fridge, works to perfection. Trust me. Then
I just said a grocery store, but some people, Walmart is their only option. You see, kitten, I cook food that everyone can do. Unlike pretentious dipshits who cook food that no one can do because they don't have access to salt that was matured in a fucking Eskimo's cunt. Well, I failed the no swear challenge.
We like to share. I made far too much pasta, but I don't care because I know that Mia is going to come back from school. She's going to be starving. So, in there, basil pesto con I pomodorini.
Again, your Lord of the Corn hasn't posted a video in how long? What, 2 years? I haven't missed an upload date in 4, I think.
La mozzarella, and this dish is great if you have a barbecue.
Yes, some of them do, especially brand name items like Duke's mayonnaise. Walmart usually sells it the cheapest. Most of my produce and meat, though, does come from a grocery store or a butcher shop. And the only thing I buy from Target and relates to food is center shelf items because Target's meat looks like shit. Target's produce looks like shit. I don't understand people that do grocery shopping at Target.
If you have some friends that are coming around, you can make it half an hour before, leave it on the table. Whenever people come in, there we have it. Pasta.
I go to a local meat market, which I'm not going to say the name of.
With pesto alla genovese, and then of course there is the touch, the da campo touch, with the cherry tomato and mozzarella. Guys,
that would most likely be whole milk mozzarella if my memory is working.
You asked, I cooked it. So don't forget to send more suggestions.
All right, we're done with that one. Now we're going to get to the, I guess I'll say wife swapping. I'm assuming.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Simply Simons. So, what Simply Simons is all about, we are outside cooking. We'll be inside sometimes, too. We are in our front yard in Venice, California. It is myself, Lizzie Simon, and Olivia, or Liv.
Liv Simon.
Liv Simon.
Yeah, I'm sorry. These three are fucking. Now I know apparently she has a husband of her own, so maybe like her and Liz like switch off. Like Michael gets them Monday, Wednesday, Friday. He gets them Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and they play a poker game for who gets them Sunday.
Simon, our new adopted child.
In my new apron.
Well, it's so funny, Liv, because all the years you look great in the apron, designed by Liz Simon for Frontgate. When we used to do Simon's dinners, so many people thought you were our daughter.
I am. What do you mean? The papers are drawn up. I love you.
Yeah, Tracy's going to be very up.
Why do I make up these I don't know, because it's fun. I like to make fun of people. Do I think it's true? Probably not. Would I care if it is true? No.
Upset.
Everybody's a consenting adult. They can do whatever the fuck they like.
So, but this, like, we are...
She's got weekends and every other Wednesday.
Yeah, by the way, we want to start babysitting Gigi a little bit.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Great. I'll drop her off whenever.
Okay.
You just worry on taking her to the tattoo parlor and the coffee shop?
Yeah, tattoos and coffee for the Gigi.
Love it.
So we're kicking into summer. So I busted out some halloumi cheese, which is one of my favorite cheeses, a Greek cheese from Cyprus. And the first time I made this was Lizzie, you and I were just messing around. We were at the farmer's market one morning, and on...
Oh, this version.
This version.
Yeah.
On the West Coast, it's Harry's Berries, and they're really incredible strawberries. I don't have Harry's today, but we got some beautiful strawberries. But I was inspired by the Harry's Berries because I always grew up and like adulthood and all that stuff. I loved seared halloumi with watermelon. Like that was like the combination.
That's pretty classic.
Yeah, kind of classic.
You know?
So I'm like, oh my God, Liz, these strawberries are so beautiful. And we did the seared halloumi with the warm strawberries on top and pistachios and mint. And
actually, you did almonds
Did I do almonds?
Yeah, but pistachios are good too.
Okay, I couldn't remember, so I said pistachios. Was it almonds?
It was almonds.
Yeah, what do I? My memory's not so good. So I'm gonna make a seared halloumi with like a strawberry dressing, warm strawberry dressing. And what are you making for a cocktail?
I am making a strawberry martini.
Ooh.
I don't care if it's a grocery store. I don't care. You know who also has great produce? Sam's Club and Costco. I don't usually buy any produce from there because, well, it's produce. It'll rot before I finish it. But I have to take a quick restroom break. I am going to be right back. Okie dokie.
Boy, you're really into martinis. Is it gin or vodka?
Vodka this time.
Okay, we're moving into vodka. Liv, what are you making?
Everyone
Trouble.
smile.
You know what's so funny? You turn that camera around and you have practiced a lot because I'm always like, oh, it's going to be overhead or below.
I
No.
am a natural in front of the camera. I can't help it.
You're a natural with the camera.
Yes, that's true.
All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, Lizzie, is I'm going to cut the halloumi so I could get it searing. But after I get, and I'm going about like a finger thick for me.
Actually, pretty much every grocery store kind of has their thing. Like for Cubs, the big thing is their meat counter. When Hy-Vee came into Minnesota, because they're mostly in Iowa, apparently in Iowa, it's a thing to actually have like lunch at the grocery store. I don't know, before or after you shop. Well, in Minnesota, that shit doesn't really work because we just want to get in and get out of the grocery store. If we're going to go have lunch, we're going to go to a proper restaurant. So Hy-Vee had to pivot, and Hy-Vee, their big thing is their meat department kind of sucks. Their meat counter's good, but where they really shine is their deli and their bakery. Produce between the two grocery stores is Coburn's I just don't like. They're kind of smaller grocery stores. And then Lund's and Byerly's and Kowalski's, they're kind of special or higher end grocery stores. I will say with Lund's and Byerly's, they do usually specialize in kind of pain in the ass ingredients that, I use them from time to time. But generally speaking, they're kind of out of my way.
You don't want to go too...
But yeah, every grocery store needs is known for something, and Kowalski's is known as super high premium shit.
Too thin because you want to be able to get that.
I will say though, you get what you pay for at Kowalski's. You're gonna pay more, but boy, will you be rewarded.
Sear on the outside, but you still want, you don't want it to
creamy center.
Yeah, a little bit of a creamy, salty center.
Wait, halloumi is the
I'm sorry, but this is just me. I think Whole Foods is the biggest, most pretentious bunch of overrated bullshit on the planet. That's just me.
squeaky cheese, right?
Squeaky cheese. And it's the cheese you could grill. It doesn't melt. Now, sometimes I go directly on the grill. I'm going to do it in a pan today. But either way, you could do, because I like the crust you get more when you do it in a pan than on a grill. So I have my carbon steel like plancha set up here over high heat on the grill. I have a little pan off the heat, but just warm, because I'm not going to cook the strawberries, but I just want the vinaigrette to be kind of warm. Hi, Norm.
You're
you
not
coming
allowed
up?
to have halloumi.
You want some halloumi? So I'm going to, if you could just start, I need about 10 of these quarter. So Liz is going to start quartering strawberries, and I'm going to start cooking the halloumi. So over here, we got the hot charcoal, and over here, we have no charcoal. So once I get them seared, I could move them over to here to hold them. And that's the best way to set up a grill. So we're gonna put a little bit of, I'm using olive oil on the grill. You could see it's very hot because it's smoking. And then the halloumi.
Yeah, I wouldn't put olive oil on a griddle, especially over what looks to be lumped charcoal. And the reason I say that is because, olive oil's smoke point is so fucking low that it turns really fucking bitter.
Is just gonna go straight down.
If running and weights feel like too much after 50, try these 5 Tai Chi walking exercises instead, 10 minutes every morning, and see what this morning habit may do for you.
Tai Chi walking is a program.
I shall! AI Liu Kang.
And you could see how hot that is. And we're gonna get a really good sear on this quickly. And once it's seared, I'm going to flip it, sear the other side, and then I'll move it just to maintain its warmth. Would you drop a strawberry? Norm, where'd it go, buddy? He doesn't see it.
You'd hit my
He'll
leg.
find
Does
it
Norman
later.
like strawberries?
He'll eat any fruit you put in front of him.
Wow.
He loves it. So, while that's searing, I'm gonna take some fresh mint.
I don't think strawberries hurt dogs. I know they can't have grapes and raisins, but I think strawberries are fine.
And I'm just gonna, like, tear it up. So, like, I don't chop mint. I tear it right over a bowl. Then any of the natural oils kind of fall into the bowl, which I love.
Oh, it smells so good and fresh.
The mint,
It does smell good.
And then a glurb of honey, because halloumi is super salty, so you need a touch of the sweetness. A splash of red wine vinegar.
Okay, wait, do you have any tricks for, when your honey just gets really hard and like you can't get it out? Is there a trick to fix
Yes.
that?
You put it in, you can fill a measuring cup with either boiling water or super hot water, and just put your jar right in the water, and it'll decrystalize.
Love.
So you guys, look over here real quick. I got that really good sear on the exterior, that little charry sear. I'm gonna put a little more oil on it.
By the way, in the jar, in the water.
Right.
Don't put the honey in the water.
So real fast, and here I put the honey, the mint, red wine vinegar, and I'm gonna put a little bit of extra virgin olive
Look at
oil.
this monster. God, that's a beauty.
Okay, and you did say Harry's. Harry's are like the most elite strawberry I've ever eaten.
It is the Kobe beef of strawberries.
Yes.
It's insane.
I've never had them. I'll take their word for it.
We're spoiled in California. They don't really. Sometimes you see them in New York.
Well, dogs will eat anything, but dogs aren't also supposed to eat things like bacon. Sad existence for a dog.
Used to ship them.
They're just
through
special.
Fresh Direct.
No, I gave them to my daughter Gigi once, and
Yeah.
now she won't eat any other strawberries.
No,
I believe
I
it.
ruined her
They're-
for the next
yeah.
60 years.
All right. So
Is that
this-
enough?
Yeah, plenty. So look, I have this is just like a quick vinaigrette. I put a lot of cracked black pepper in because I love black pepper with strawberries.
Agreed.
So this is like a base vinaigrette, and then I'm going to use, Lizzie gave me some Pinot Gris. A rosé would work too.
Well, this is, you'll see. This has got a lot of skin contact, so it's almost that
Explain
way.
that.
And it's
Explain. I don't know.
well,
what
the
that,
skin contact gives it color, so
Okay.
it's sort of a pale, rusty kind of color. So not really. It's not really a rosé. It's unfiltered, unfined.
Wait, is the skin, like, doesn't that mean it has, like, tannins or something? Or am I making that up?
No, it does provide more.
I just wanted
tannins.
to pretend like I knew something about wine.
Let's see if I. Here, I can.
Liz,
kinda-
look over here and Liv, look over
Ooh,
here.
yeah.
So, you know, I added that little more oil, and then we get that nice golden,
See?
that beautiful golden sear.
See the
that's
color?
gorgeous. Can I taste it?
Yeah. It's also peppery. It's got a. Whoa, Norman, you're making me fall.
Oh, that's delicious. That's
Yeah?
gonna work so good.
I know. That's when you said that.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of this wine in the pan, and then those strawberries, Lizzie, I'm gonna put these in the pan, and I'm gonna warm them with the toasted pistachio, and then that's gonna become like, we'll add that to the dressing.
Although if I was doing this offset, I would have used briquettes and not lump charcoal. That's just me.
So pistachio, strawberries, we could use a rosé or use the Pinot Gris.
Oh, any of my dogs would eat bread.
And we're just gonna warm that up. And I'm gonna put a little more pepper on there also.
Here, buddy.
And if you're doing this on the stove, is it like medium heat, low?
Medium heat, yeah. I'm not boiling these or cooking them. I just wanna warm them a little bit to bring out more sweetness in them.
All right, I just gotta ask Google. Should dogs eat berries? Oh, yes. Strawberries are safe and healthy for dogs in moderation. And apparently they also contain an enzyme that can help whiten dogs' teeth.
And
Son of a bitch, it brushes their teeth?
also to kind of perfume that wine. And the smallest pinch of salt because, again, the halloumi's salty.
Well, and salt sometimes brings out sweetness.
100%. Hey, everybody, if you like what we are cooking,
Or you like what we're drinking,
Or you just like us and our witty banter.
click the link below and subscribe, whether it's YouTube or Spotify or however you're watching.
Frozen dog food versus on kibble. They both look healthy. They're both made with real human-grade ingredients, but let's be honest.
You want to work on your cocktail before we put
Actually, you want to know something? I don't know. Maybe some people figure it's fucked up. Some people don't. Do you know that all dog food, all of that canned dog food that you see in the grocery store, all of it is actually edible for humans?
both sucker together?
Actually, just want to show you something really quickly.
I love show and tell.
So last night I made a strawberry simple syrup. So I just did a cup of sugar, cup of water, let the sugar dissolve completely. I actually used frozen strawberries because I had it in my freezer. So I put frozen strawberries, cooked it on a low simmer for like 15 minutes, and then I just let it sit in the pan and cool overnight. Now,
So
I'm
is
just
it
gonna-
almost like
it's a
so
strawberry
it's
simple
almost,
syrup.
almost like equal parts water, sugar, strawberries?
Yeah,
Like
it was
third,
a cup,
third,
a cup,
third.
cup.
Cup. Perfect.
So, and look at that color.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
That it makes. Isn't that pretty?
I will say, when Liz said she made this last night, she actually did because
I did.
I fall asleep early these days. It was 9 o'clock and I heard her rambling around the kitchen. I didn't know what the heck was going on. I'm like,
So, and these
Liz,
are great
I want to watch
too.
Shrinking.
It literally took me 10 minutes.
Is there a new season out?
There is a new
Yes.
season.
Oh my goodness.
You watch Shrinking. For
You know,
those of you at home that have not watched Shrinking, please watch Shrinking.
Watch it.
You know, it's filmed in Pasadena.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I did know that actually. All right, so you can keep this in your fridge.
It doesn't.
Are you
look-
guys done?
No, it doesn't. When they're filming
trying to make
Shrinking,
some
when they're filming
content
Shrinking,
here.
it doesn't feel nearly as hot as when we visit Liv.
They're probably not filming in August.
Oh my God. We went and visited Liv and we went to the thrift. What was the thrift thing?
Oh my God.
He just said not nearly as hot as when we're visiting Liv. Okay, there's something going on.
The Rose Bowl flea market, that was the hottest day I think.
It was
of
like
my entire life.
109.
No, and we brought
110.
Gigi, and
Yeah.
she's like this infant melting in her stroller with like watermelon in her mouth.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
It was
it was
Lizzie.
crazy.
I'm
So
sorry,
anyways,
Lizzie.
you can just keep this in your fridge. Should I?
For how long?
Like I said, I think the two husbands just swap both the chicks.
Forever. No,
Really?
I don't know. For a long time.
A
I mean,
month
it's
at
it's
least.
sugar and what? Probably 6 months. I mean, if it starts growing mold, don't drink it.
Good advice.
So do you want me to just continue on here
Yeah.
and make this cocktail?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm doing a strawberry martini. So I'm just gonna fill this with ice, this shaker. Oh, look, that lid fits on that measuring cup just perfectly.
How's everything going over on the grill, Michael?
So we're good. So the halloumi's like off to the side, so it's not over the heat anymore. So no like direct heat, but it'll still keep it nice and warm. And the strawberries are almost warm. I just want to like them to be warm to touch, and then I'm going to pull them off and just let that strawberry infuse into the wine.
This almost looks like my strawberry simple syrup.
But that's
right.
we're-
So this is
we're
going to be very
simpatico.
complimentary. All right. So I'm using the citrus vodka, the lemon vodka, but I'm also
Careful, you just showed the brand name. Technically, you can get in trouble for that.
using fresh squeezed lemon juice because I like
God damn, woman, how much vodka you gonna put in that shit?
more
I
tangy.
I call her Lizzie the lemon. Like Liz thinks everything needs more lemon.
Not everything,
Most things.
but many things.
Many things do need more lemon, so she's not wrong.
Right. And so I'm going to do this is 3 drinks. So I'm going to do like an ounce per cocktail, I think, and that should be plenty sweet.
Honey, I feel you're bringing sexy back with the drinks this year. They're
Thanks.
they're super pretty. I mean, they taste great,
Thanks.
but they're like.
What, were they hideous before?
No.
I mean,
But I mean, they're very, they're. I don't know.
well, sunshine's
They're making me
inspiring.
feel special. Yeah.
Well, you are special. All right. So again, you've got simple syrup, so you want to shake this cocktail to really get it good and blended.
I want to taste it by itself. Let's think what else this would be good with.
I was just thinking, I was like, can you use that with food?
I don't know
Not
if you
as
could
food,
put it-
but it's like you can make a popsicle.
You could make like an icy.
Oh wow, it's super strawberry in like the best of ways. Wow, that's good.
You see your mic.
This would make a delicious like slushy or popsicle.
I think I said that just now.
No, I know.
Right. And look at the color. It's so pretty. Actually, a little mint sprig would be nice in here.
I got you.
It also goes lovely with your shirt, Liz.
Thank you. I planned it.
And our aprons.
That is true. Oh my
God. It's meant to be.
Just right on top.
I was just gonna put a leaf. Let's not get here. Let me do
I
this.
can't do anything right.
Oh God. Let's just do a little.
You stay on the grill.
I try so
You
hard.
stay. You stay over the heat. I'll stay in the bar area.
How long do fresh herbs last generally?
You see, this is a good trick that we used on here. Is you wrap the bottom with a wet paper towel, and then if you're storing them in your fridge, you could put them wrap them the rest of the way with a paper towel and put them in your fridge, and you're going to get minimally about a week out of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But cut
Please.
the bottom of the stems. Think of them like a flower. Cut the bottom of the stems, wrap the butt end in a wet towel.
Replace the towel every couple days?
No. And then just cover the rest with paper towel so that they could breathe, but they're not getting direct cold.
Okay.
And then you got like minimally a week.
I do kind of that situation.
Like a bouquet.
A lot of times. And then if they do dry out, I tend to put a little water. I tend to just moisten this again.
Yeah.
And they last a pretty good long time.
Yeah. I don't throw out. And the other thing is too, Liv, is if you see them going, you could puree them up with extra virgin olive oil and then put them in ice cube trays in your fridge, and then you have mint that you could add to things, or basil. That like you don't need a pesto. Just buzz them up with olive oil.
Yeah. Well, this is a thing that I had done. I mean, I said I use frozen strawberries, but I bought some at the farmer's market, and strawberries just don't last long, you know,
Yeah.
especially when they're really ripe. So I knew that I didn't have another day.
No, I will say that. Berries, oh my God. I still have nightmares at working at that fucking grocery store, and the cheap-ass motherfuckers would have us... basically take out the moldy ones and eventually rebox the good ones. Now, I don't know if that was an illegal command given to me by my manager that I just didn't question. I just did it. But, oh, God, I hated doing that with strawberries. But let's just say the company I work for is no longer around, so it doesn't matter.
So I actually, you know, kind of hulled them and then threw them in a bag and put them in the freezer. And so that's what
Yeah, except under socialism, nobody gets any strawberries.
I use to make this, because I mean, you can freeze a strawberry. You could even, you know, if you know that your strawberries are done, you can make this simple syrup. You can do.
Okay, also I recently learned, I don't know if this is like a well-known trick, but when I get berries, after I wash them, I put paper towel under them for them, and they last so much longer.
Oh, yeah,
if they're not touching each other, if you put them like on a sheet tray, they're much, they will last longer.
Cheers.
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 Cheers. Let's see. Oh, we kissed.
To shrinking.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
That's kind of dangerous.
That tastes like summer in a bottle.
Well, that bitch is getting a dildo plowed into her pussy later tonight.
It's like, I'm not a vodka drinker, but like, that's delicious, and I feel like I could have, like, you could drink them kind of fast.
Pound these.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Yeah,
and you know what? I think that's a perfect amount of that simple syrup too,
Me
because I don't like a sweet drink.
No, it's balanced.
But that also does make me think.
Perfect balance.
The shirt for those with a beer belly. Hi there, I'm Matt, one of the founders of Breeze. My dad and I realized.
All right, I want to show you guys something real quick. So I pulled them off the heat so they stayed warm.
Those are
but this is what you're looking for. See how it's pliable? You know, so we know it's warmed all the way through, because see how, you know, it's got like a little give to it. So it's crispy on the outside, but it's got that warm all the way through, which just makes it eat so good.
And this actually, because we've done this dish like when we had people over, and it doesn't need to stay. It doesn't need to stay like hot, like right off the grill either.
No.
It continues to eat well even once
Room
it's
temp.
cool.
Yeah,
Room
100%.
temp, yeah.
Halloumi is such an underrated cheese.
Oh my God, I love halloumi so much.
Not if you're Greek.
Now wait till you taste it with these strawberries, though. It was like a.
And the night that we
new-
made, I don't have it, I used it all up, but one of mine and Liz's favorite people, who's also on the Food Network, Gabe brought us this beautiful vinegar,
From
balsamic
Florence.
vinegar from Florence that was insane.
It was
Gabe,
sick.
we're out, so like some more would be
Yeah,
nice, but we drizzled this with a little bit of this really special aged balsamic he gave us, which was really nice. But I think I used the red wine vinegar in here and a touch of honey, so we're still gonna get that sweetness.
Would this be good with other types of berries, or would you stick with strawberries?
I really like it with the strawberries.
Maybe
I mean,
peaches?
peaches would be great. Stone fruits, most
Yeah.
stone fruits would be great. Watermelon's obviously great. I'm really
But
into
watermelon
this one,
you
though,
don't warm.
currently.
Yeah,
Yeah, watermelon would be cold.
yeah.
Peaches would be awesome.
Peaches would be really good though.
All right, so now we just take the strawberries and let them rip. While we're doing this, are there any shows that you guys are excited about this summer? Anything?
I mean, it's not like I am in the fandom of Heated Rivalry.
I haven't seen that. Heated Rivalry.
It's so
Michael,
good.
I don't think you'll
You would.
watch it.
I don't.
Not my cup of tea.
No, it's not your
Is,
jam.
is it on
It's
ESPN?
it's kind of soft porn.
Yes, it is.
What are you guys watching?
It's about.
It's really good though. The
Yeah,
story
it's gay
behind
hockey
it
players.
is
It's beautiful.
It's
a beautiful story.
lovely story.
All right.
But
Oh, yeah, I'm not watching that shit. Yeah, it's about two guys that are in love. Sorry, not my cup of tea.
It is.
And the acting is phenomenal. I love the actors. They came from nothing.
I love
like
it
their
too.
story is
I'm really into
very inspiring.
All right.
I also love industry. Do you guys do industry?
I do.
This season is
I like
crazy.
Industry. It is crazy. It's good. I'm into British shows, so I watch a lot of British shows.
I'm gonna hit it with just a touch more.
Just a
butter.
touch. 'Cause-
Don't. Come on, honey bear, do your thing.
Okay, good. Stop.
Liz and Liv, you want to get a
Yes.
photograph of that?
But take it.
Lizzie, how many strawberries did you use?
In my simple syrup?
No, in this.
11.
11. Okay,
I
so
mean-
for one block, 5 to 6 strawberries is enough. For 2 blocks, you could use 10 to 12.
Yeah, some of them were really big. I guess you kind of maybe go by weight on that, but I don't know. Some of them were really big, some of them just kind of normal.
Some for you.
Love.
Are there other cheeses you can grill, or is halloumi?
Halloumi's kind of
There's something that's like halloumi though, no? Somewhere out
yeah,
there?
there's halloumi imposters, but halloumi's
Well,
the grilled cheese.
Guys, we don't have forks.
Yeah, I got forks.
Oh,
for
you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I think I need one more pistachio.
I think Gigi would like this.
Really? Okay,
She
she
might.
is going through a picky phase, so I will take all the tips.
Does she like strawberries? You have a fork. I gave you a
If they're
fork.
Harry's.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. This might be a little bit of a weird texture.
Wait, I'm gonna get a little juice. I want you to have some juice. Wait, I'm getting crazy.
Okay.
All right, Liv. Whoa, come on, get it going, Norman. None for you.
Oh, and you put the mint in with the berries when you heated them. Okay.
No, the mint was on the side with the dressing, but I poured the warm dressing over top, so it infused everything. I poured the wine and strawberries over top.
I love the squeakiness. It is.
The squeakiness is the best.
I could see how the balsamic would be a good addition here.
Yeah. Actually, oh, hey.
But it's nice because, like, obviously strawberries are sweet, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. It still feels really savory because of the saltiness in the halloumi.
Yeah, it's like halloumi and fruit is so good because sweet and salty is undefeated. Oh my God!
I know.
Wait, America, watch! Look what's happening. Stop with the honey.
These strawberries weren't
Stop
as sweet.
with the honey.
I know.
Like I don't know what
Well,
I'm
you
doing.
can always add, but you can't take away. So
That's right.
Nick, quit laughing in there.
Nick's always on my side.
Ridiculous.
This is really good. I love the pepper on here,
Yeah.
which I'm, like, not usually, like, the biggest pepper person.
A little bit of honey. I know, Norman.
Sorry,
I feel your
Norman.
pain, buddy.
See? Needed that little bit.
Why is Norman leashed to the goddamn island? This I don't like.
Wow. I know, I should trust you more.
No.
I understand, but I have trust issues.
No. In Greece, it's literally an appetizer. The cheese is seared, and they coat it with honey. Like, why don't you trust me? Why? All right. I don't know if you saw the duster on camera, but I just got it, which means I should wrap this up. All right, you guys, thank you for watching. Simply.
Yeah, I don't like Norman being this immobile. This irritates me. All right, let's... 25 forgotten Woolworths counter lunches.
Students sat down at a Woolworths lunch counter in Greensboro, North Carolina, and refused to leave. That counter changed America.
Yeah, and Woolworths was fucking clicking its heels when the lunch counter got non-segregated, because that meant they didn't have to have two.
And you will hear the whole story before this video is over. But most people...
By the way, I don't think there's any Woolworths left. If there is, let me know.
People forget what Woolworths was first. It was where millions of Americans ate lunch on a swivel stool between shopping trips. Number 19 was mixed by hand right in front of you and tasted like nothing in a can today. Number 8 was so cheap, a working man ate it 3 times a week. These 25 foods fed a country, then vanished the moment the lunch counters went dark. The last American Woolworths closed its doors in 1997.
Damn!
And it took these recipes with it.
Because I actually remember Woolworths. I don't remember where, but I do remember the store. I don't remember the lunch counter. That was long before my time. Damn. For reference, in 1997, I would have been 15.
Hit that subscribe button and let us count down the 25 forgotten Woolworths lunch counter foods nobody serves anymore.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving...
Number 25, the liverwurst sandwich. Before America...
Actually, I've had liverwurst sandwiches with my grandma. I didn't mind them. I actually don't mind liverwurst.
Decided organ meat was something to be ashamed of, the liverwurst sandwich was a lunch counter standard you could order at any Woolworths in the country. A waitress would take a roll of soft Braunschweiger, slice it thick, and lay it on white bread with a smear of yellow mustard and a thin slice of raw onion. That was the whole thing. The liverwurst was rich and faintly metallic, spreadable almost like pate, and it cost about 15 cents in the early 1950s. For a man working a shift downtown, it was protein, fat, and salt in one cheap package that held him to supper. The sandwich showed up in every 5 and dime from Buffalo to Birmingham because the meat was cheap, kept well behind the glass case, and required no cooking. It disappeared not because anyone decided it tasted bad, but because a generation grew up associating liver with hard times and turned their backs on it. Today,
well, generally speaking, liver does taste like shit. I mean, I like liverwurst, but I think that's like liver with a ton of fat infused in it. It's like hot dogs. And probably liverwurst just became hot dogs.
you cannot order liverwurst at a single national chain in America. The taste left with the lunch counters that served it. Number 24, the Spanish hot dog. This was not a chili dog the way we know it now. The Spanish hot dog was a wool...
What the fuck is a Spanish hot dog?
Woolworth's invention, born from a need to stretch a nickel's worth of meat across a whole bun. A steamed frankfurter went into a soft roll, then got buried under a spiced tomato and ground beef sauce, raw onion, and a line of mustard. The sauce was thin, sweet, and faintly smoky, with just enough cumin to earn the name. Two of them made a full lunch for under a quarter in 1955. Kids saved their allowance for them. The lunch counter cook kept a pot of that sauce simmering all day on the back of the flat top, ladling it over dogs as fast as the orders came in. The smell of it drifted across the toy aisle and the candy counter and pulled shoppers toward the stools. When the lunch counters vanished, so did the sauce, and nobody ever wrote the recipe down because every cook made it slightly different and nobody thought it would matter. Number 23.
A challenge, then.
The pimento cheese sandwich.
All right, this one died because people started to actually take their health seriously.
In the South especially, the pimento cheese sandwich was the cheapest hot lunch.
Although, actually, in truth, I mean, is there any difference between a grilled pimento cheese sandwich and a grilled cheese sandwich? But at least the pimento cheese has a few veggies in it.
A Woolworths could put in front of you. Sharp cheddar was grated, folded with mayonnaise and chopped pimentos, until it turned a soft orange, then spread thick between 2 slices of white bread and pressed on the griddle until the outside crisped and the inside went molten. Some counters served it cold, but the grilled version was the one people drove across town for. A sandwich cost about 20 cents and came with a pickle spear on the side. The pimentos gave it a sweet, almost
yes, pickles,
tangy edge that cut through the richness of the cheese. Southern grandmothers made their own version at home for years, but the lunch counter pimento cheese had a specific creaminess that came from being made in 5-pound batches every morning. Today, pimento cheese is sold in tubs at the grocery store for $4 and marketed as a Southern delicacy.
Yeah, pimento cheese is not that fucking hard to make. Make it your goddamn selves.
At Woolworth's, it was just Tuesday. Number 22, the toasted tuna salad sandwich.
So, as it's also known, a tuna melt. These are available everywhere. And if they're not, they fucking should be because they're fucking delicious.
Tuna salad was everywhere in mid-century America, but the Woolworth's toasted version was something a little better than what your mother packed in your lunchbox. Canned tuna was drained.
Hey! My mom made the greatest fucking tuna melts on the planet. She sent them to school with me with a tuna melt, some veggies, a pack of cookies, and 4 beers.
Mashed with mayonnaise, finely diced celery, a squeeze of lemon, and a pinch of onion, then spread on bread and grilled until the edges went gold and the filling warmed through. The heat softened the whole thing into something almost like a melt without the cheese.
I'm in my 30s trying to eat more protein. This is what I got from Factor.
Literally a goddamn tuna melt, you dumb fuck.
This week. Full week of
probably dumb AI fuck. I'll grant you that, Iron Gullet. It's probably AI.
Hitting my protein goals with real meals. Not powders, not protein bars.
It cost about 25 cents and came with a handful of potato chips and a pickle. The genius was in the celery, cut so fine you barely saw it, but felt the crunch in every bite. For a woman shopping with 3 kids, this was the affordable sit-down lunch that felt like a treat without breaking the budget. The sandwich survived in diners longer than most items on this list, but the specific Woolworth's preparation, grilled and pressed and served with that pickle, faded out when the counters closed. Number 21, Welsh Rarebit. Here is a dish that sounds fancy.
Welsh Rarebit. Okay, I'm thinking of Welsh Rabbit, but all right.
Fancy and was anything but. Welsh Rarebit was sharp cheddar cheese, melted slowly with a splash of beer or milk, a dab of...
Damn it, I have to pee again, and I gotta get another beer, and everything sucks, and my life sucks, and... I'll be back in a second. All right, we're back.
Mustard, and a shake of Worcestershire until it turned into a thick, savory sauce. The cook poured it bubbling hot over 2 slices of toast and slid it down the counter. It was the kind of meal that filled you up on almost nothing, which is exactly why it appeared on Woolworth's menus during lean years. The cheese sauce coated the toast and soaked into it, turning crisp bread into something rich and almost custardy underneath. A plate cost around 30 cents in the 1940s. Office workers ordered it because it was hot, cheap, and felt slightly elegant for the price. The dish has roots going back centuries in Britain, but in America it lived on lunch counters and church suppers until both disappeared. Mention Welsh rarebit to anyone under 50 today, and you will get a blank stare. Number 20, chicken a la king on toast. This was
Well, chicken a la king is kind of rare these days, and I've never heard it being on toast. Why?
the dish that made a little bit of chicken feel like a real dinner. Diced cooked chicken was folded into a cream sauce studded with mushrooms, pimentos, and peas, then ladled over toast points or a split biscuit. The sauce was thick and pale gold, rich with butter, and the pimentos gave it little flecks of red that made the plate look special. At Woolworth's, it was one of the pricier items on the menu, maybe 50 cents in the 1950s, which made it the thing you ordered when
All
paid
right,
it.
I just have to find out what was 50 cents in 1955. Adjusting for inflation, what was 50 cents in 1955 to today's money? All right, so it was about $6, which is less than what you're charged at most shitty restaurants. Hell, Big Macs at some locations are $6, and they suck.
Had come, and you wanted to feel like you were treating yourself. The chicken was usually the trimmings from whatever the kitchen had roasted, nothing wasted, but folded into that sauce. It tasted like abundance.
Yeah, why would you waste things? I mean, even today, everybody thinks we like kill a cow, just take the meat we want, and we throw the rest away. No, every fucking centimeter of that cow is used for something.
Chicken a la king was on the menu at hotels and lunch counters alike for decades. It vanished from American tables almost completely once frozen dinners made it seem old-fashioned, and now it survives only in nursing home cafeterias.
Movement tends to...
Oh, there's got to be a few eccentric restaurants that keep it alive. Shut up.
get harder with age. Don't ignore this after 60. Try chair Tai
Okay,
Chi.
Shang
5 simple
Tsung.
exercises, 3 minutes each, to stay strong, steady, and moving more comfortably. We start Monday. You in?
And the memories of people who grew up on it. Number 19, the lime phosphate.
What the fuck
Before
is that?
soda came in cans, the lime phosphate was mixed by hand right in front of you at the fountain. The soda jerk would pull a shot of lime syrup, add a few drops of acid phosphate from a little bottle, then fill the glass with carbonated water straight from the tap. The phosphate gave the drink a sharp, tangy bite that no modern soda has, something between sour and bracing that woke up your whole mouth.
You know what? I'm fine with this one going the way of the dinosaur.
It cost a nickel. On a hot afternoon, a lime phosphate at the Woolworth's counter was the most refreshing thing in town. The drink was a fixture of American soda fountains from the 1870s straight through the 1950s, and the acid phosphate was what separated a real fountain drink from the sweet stuff in a bottle. When bottled and canned soda took over, the phosphate bottle disappeared from the fountain, and with it went a flavor that an entire generation grew up on and that almost nobody can describe to their grandchildren today. Number 8.
Yeah, well.
The hand-mixed cherry Coke. Today, a cherry Coke comes out of a machine that does the mixing for you. At Woolworths, it was made by a person. The soda jerk pulled a measure of Coca-Cola syrup into the glass, added a shot of real cherry syrup, then triggered the carbonated water to froth the whole thing together. A good jerk could adjust the ratio to your taste. More cherry, more fizz, exactly how you liked it. It cost a nickel, then a dime. It tasted nothing like the
I want to say I think there's still it's a gimmick, but I thought there were still a few places doing it the old way. Maybe not, I don't know.
version that pours out of a fountain gun today, because it was made with actual cherry syrup, not flavored concentrate. Kids would spin on the stools waiting for it, watching the jerk work the taps like a performance. The hand-mixed Coke was the social center of the American small town, the place teenagers met after school and old men nursed a glass for an hour. The machine replaced the person, and the ritual died with the job. First pattern break. Here is where the story gets bigger than the food. The man making your lime phosphate and your cherry Coke had a name on the lunch counter circuit. He was called a soda jerk, named for the jerking motion he used to work the soda taps, and in the 1920s and 30s, it was one of the most desirable jobs a young man could land. A good soda jerk was part bartender, part showman, part short-order cook. He had his own language. Burn one meant a chocolate malt. Adam and Eve on a raft meant 2 poached eggs on toast. 86 meant they were out of something, a phrase that survives in every American restaurant kitchen to this day, even though almost...
That is something that'll be to my everlasting shame. Fucking the COVID masks.
No one knows it came from the lunch counter. These men could mix 40 drinks from memory, keep a counter of 20 people fed, and never write down an order. The job vanished when the machines arrived. We kept the slang and threw away the craftsman. Number 17.
So? I mean, there used to be people that made rope by hand. Then the rope making machine came. And this was in either the 17th or 18th century. What's your problem?
The egg cream. The cruelest joke in American food history is that an egg cream contains no egg and no cream. It is a New York fountain drink made from cold milk, a thick squirt of chocolate syrup, and seltzer sprayed hard off the tap to whip up a foamy white head on top.
Base 44 super agents, the next thing you can't live without. Clearing up your email, scheduling meetings, and delivering a brief before you finished your morning coffee. Time to update what you think is possible.
The Woolworths counters in the Northeast served it by the thousands. Done right, the foam was an inch thick, and the drink underneath was cold, chocolatey, and impossibly refreshing.
That one I might actually do, although I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get. God, I guess I'm gonna have to buy a super soaker and soak it with club soda.
Cost a nickel. The trick was all in the seltzer pressure and the order you added things, and every jerk swore his method was the only correct one. The egg cream was the drink of immigrant neighborhoods in Brooklyn and the Bronx, the thing kids bought with the change they found in the couch. It needs a real seltzer tap and real chocolate syrup to work, which is why it could never survive in a world of bottled soda. A handful of old fountains in New York still make it. Everywhere else, it is gone. Number 16, the Black Cow. A root beer float.
Yeah, but what if I funnel it through like a super soaker or something? Would that work?
Was good. A Black Cow was better. The difference was in how Woolworths made it. Instead of just dropping ice cream into root beer, the jerk would put a scoop of vanilla in the glass first, pull root beer syrup over it, then hit it with carbonated water so the whole thing foamed up into a brown, frothy mountain that spilled over the rim. You ate it with a long spoon and drank it with a straw at the same time. It cost about 15 cents. The cold vanilla against the sharp, sweet root beer created a creamy foam. In the middle, that was the whole point, the part you fought to get to. Kids ordered Black Cows on Saturday afternoons after their parents finished shopping.
Ah, yes, back when we weren't complete pussies and we could smoke inside.
Sitting in a row at the counter with foam on their lips. The drink survived in a few drive-ins and diners, but the Woolworths version, made with syrup and a fountain tap instead of a bottle, had a specific texture that you cannot get anymore.
Oh, everything, when it comes to food, anything and everything can be resurrected.
Number 15, the Frosted Malted. The malted milkshake was the king of the Woolworths fountain, and the Frosted Malted was its crown. The soda jerk would put milk, ice cream, flavored syrup, and a heaping spoonful of malted milk powder into a metal canister, then clamp it onto the green spindle mixer and let it whir until it was thick enough to stand a spoon in. The malt powder was the secret. It gave the shake a deep, toasty, almost nutty flavor.
You can buy malt powder today, right now. I mean, unless fucking Woolworths was a custom fucking blend. You can buy malt powder right fucking now.
Flavor that a plain milkshake never had, and a richness that coated your whole mouth. It came in chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, and it cost about 20 cents, served in the tall glass with the extra in the metal canister on the side, so you got a glass and a half. That metal canister of extra shake was the best part, the bonus that made you feel like you got away with something. The malted milkshake is nearly extinct now. Most places do not even keep malt powder behind the counter anymore, and a whole generation has
Okay, I can do this tomorrow.
never tasted what a real malt was supposed to be. Number 14, the hot turkey sandwich. This was the lunch counter's answer to a full Thanksgiving dinner on a working man's budget.
All right, I'm done with this. And we're going to do one more video. And just because I want to get angry, we're going to do... Where the hell is that Cooking with Jack piece of shit? Damn it. Where the hell is he? Where the hell? Alright. 1 second. All right, this one just came up. Lazy man.
When your kid is hurting and there's nothing you can do about it.
Welcome to the kitchen. Get ready, let's go. It's cooking with Jack. Put on a tasty show.
So I'd like to start off the show by telling you why we're doing this. Sometimes there's no reason. Sometimes there's some reason, all right? Today's reason is this was a dream. I was out cold. I dreamt I made this. I've never done it before. I didn't know.
I'm just gonna give you a nickel's worth of free advice. Yeah, I've dreamt of making dishes too. But guess what? I don't make them because dreams are incoherent. They don't make a lot of sense.
It's gonna
Just
work,
saying.
but we're gonna try it. If so, it's the new way. Let's see.
All right, guys, so let's run down the few ingredients.
All right, so we have 2 cans of either Great Value or buttermilk biscuits, or Pillsbury buttermilk biscuits. We have a stick of butter, which, Jack, you've had like 5 strokes. You might want to ease up on the butter, buddy. A can of diced jalapeno peppers, and, of course, Jack's absolute addiction to cheese, and it's a 1-pound bag of Colby Jack cheddar cheese. Either Colby Jack or Cheddar Jack. Actually, maybe it's just cheddar. Whatever. I don't know. I don't care.
You have 2 rolls. I'm probably only using 1, maybe 1.5 of those rolls. Pre-made biscuits, stick of butter, sliced jalapenos, and cheese. You can tweak this recipe.
What in the hell are you making?
To your liking.
You know, I'm fine with an entire stick of butter or 2 going into cookies, but you're only supposed to have 1 or 2 cookies before you go to bed. That's it. You treat butter like it's a lifestyle choice.
First thing you're going to do is preheat your oven to 350, and you're going to melt that butter in the pan, just like that. You can put it in a bowl, put it in the microwave, then pour it in. I don't care. But I'm preheating the oven anyways. I might as well use it. By the way, before we melt the butter, I want to mention...
You've already started to melt the butter. So why did you say, whoops, I forgot to mention something?
I'll give you the time and temps it's taking me, but we've never done this recipe before, so we can't tell. We're going to have to eyeball when our biscuits are done. All right, so let's melt that butter.
Okay, guys, butter's melted.
All right. Butter's been melted. I foresee bad things. Dark omens are in this future.
Let's get our biscuits. Oh.
So let me get this straight. So with the biscuits, he springs for the Pillsbury brand. Doesn't get the Great Value brand, which is, I don't know, 50 cents to $1 cheaper. But when it comes to cheese and his canned jalapenos, whatever, Great Value is fine.
Wait, before we do the biscuits, we gotta prepare the bottom.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
Forgot
No,
the
no,
gravy.
no, no, no. No, no, no. Oh, God, no.
Okay.
Oh, my my God! All you're gonna do is just wreck that fucking pan!
That out. This is so stupid. Okay.
Yes! It is so fucking stupid! Oh my God! You know, if PETA ever wanted to, like, turn the country vegan, just show him fucking Jack's videos. Oh my God, this is going to do nothing for no one. All you're doing is make damn sure this pan is going to have a layer of crusty, burnt fucking cheese. Or it's going to be so fatty, she's going to slide right off.
If my dream fails, I'm definitely never doing this again. Okay?
Were you sure you're having a dream and not a fucking nightmare? Now what are you doing? You're not gonna... Oh my God!
Take some diced jalapenos.
Okay, all they're gonna do on the bottom, all they're gonna fucking do on the goddamn bottom is literally burn. The jalapeno, oh my God, any bagel shop worth its shit. Or any biscuit shop worth its shit. The jalapenos go on top right now. Right now, all those jalapenos are gonna do is just leak brine and burn. Oh my God.
You got that all done? Okay, now.
Well, it's his dream and it's his money, but I question, was he dreaming or having a nightmare? Was it a dream or a nightmare?
Now grab your biscuits. Make sure they're
Oh my God.
spaced apart.
Oh my fucking God.
I'm doing grand, so I'm gonna do them kind of like that, okay? You can twist them a little bit. Get them all on that butter. And we're gonna bake them like that. Not sure if we're not wasting a lot of the diced jalapenos or cheese.
You are.
Maybe next time, butter on bottom, cheese on each one, jalapenos on each one.
That might have been a good idea. But of course you fucked that up.
I'm literally going by what I dreamt. Sorry. All right, so while there is...
Yeah, again, the rules of reality, physics, and every other rule that governs our lives in the waking world doesn't apply to the dream world. In the dream world, I can fly. I can't in the real world.
In the oven cooking, let's talk variation. White cheese, Colby, Jack mix each.
You're right, cooking has no rules. He can do it if he likes. But cooking also has one other constant. Does it taste like shit or not?
Cheese, any cheese that you prefer. Slices, shredded, whatever.
And generally, there are certain things that will always result in disaster. Like mixing Captain Morgan and Mountain Dew.
You don't like jalapenos? Leave those out. You like Ortega chilies? Grab some of those.
You're not going to get any jalapenos in this. And any jalapenos you do would be burnt. Any heat they might give will be burned away when they're in the oven for God knows how long.
Once again, I'd probably, next time I do this, if it...
No! For every rule, Iron Gullet, because you dipshits love to bring them up, for every rule there is an exception. I'm sure there's a lot of people that prefer their, pizza to have peanut butter and pepperoni on it. There's got to be a market for it. But as a general rule, not going to work.
Works, I probably will top each biscuit so as it cooks into it like.
You should have just done that from the get-go, sweetheart.
What else? I think that's it. You guys can do fancy stuff on your own if this works. Let's see if it works. The goal is this. Buttery biscuits, soften up the butter as it bakes. And...
Except it's not going to affect the top of the biscuit. It'll affect the bottom only. Unless you plan to flip the biscuit about halfway through.
Cheese and jalapeno on top. So, we'll bake it, we'll cut it, we'll dry it. Okay guys, they look delicious. Just came out of the oven.
Again, they look like normal Pillsbury Grand biscuits. The only difference is their bottoms look a little fucked up. Outside of that, they look like every fucking time I have ever made Pillsbury Grand biscuits in the oven. Mine might have been a little more golden brown because I bothered to brush them with some melted butter.
About 20 minutes. But your oven may be different heat-wise, so pull them out when they start to get a little golden, okay?
The only other thing I'm noticing with these is the few of them are a little more moundy than normal biscuits.
None of the cheese burnt, none of the jalapenos burnt. We're going to cut into it. We're going to flip everything so that the bottoms are the tops, and then we'll take a look.
Or you pulled these too early. I can't tell what, but something is off here.
Okay, guys.
So, cut out the biscuit cutting part. And cut out whatever the hell this is. And went straight to tasting.
Not gonna lie. I honestly did not think they'd look this good.
Dude, they look like shit. I'm not gonna lie, they look like absolute dog shit. I'd like to see you cut that biscuit in half, because I think it's still half-ass raw. I think these were all half-ass raw. That's why you ladled them with cheese and other things, and then reheated them.
and that things would stick like they did, and the bottoms would become tops. I didn't see that in my dream.
Again, I think you were having a nightmare. And again, never get your recipes from dreams. Jesus Christ. Oh, this recipe came to me in a dream. Yeah, well, okay. The dream world doesn't work on the same world as the real world. But I've been on for almost 2 hours, and that's where I'm going to end this. So, good night, everybody.